Hello everybody, it's the Nugget Professor. I'm here with you today to show you a little experiment. Today we are going to use a lemon to make invisible ink, okay? And I know you're probably wondering, okay, how are you going to use a lemon to make invisible ink? Well, lemon is an organic substance which oxidates, which really just means turns brown. When you put a heat source near it or over it or on top of it, it'll turn brown. And that's how we will reveal our secret messages today. So today we're going to use lemon to make invisible ink. And the next thing we're going to go into are the materials that we're going to need to make this happen. So if you look over here, our invisible ink materials are half of a lemon or a tablespoon of lemon juice, half a cup of water, a spoon, a bowl or cup, white paper, a Q-tip, and heat source. So I have my lemon juice right here in this first cup, and it's mixed with a little bit of water. Of course, I have my Q-tips. I have my heat source. I have my white paper. I have my spoon, but I've already stirred up all my mixtures here. And I have my lemon for my lemon juice. Now, you probably noticed that there's a few different cups here, right? So this cup has vinegar in it because we're going to try that after we try the lemon juice, and we're going to see what happens. This cup has onion juice in it, and that's why I have an onion here. So I took an onion, I chopped it up, and I got the juice by smushing it in a Ziploc bag, or you could put it in a blender and make a juice out of it and then pour it into your cup or bowl. And then in this cup, I have whole milk. So we're going to use these four things, including, well, of course, the lemon juice, to make our invisible ink. So first, what you want to do is take your bowl and add your water. You're going to squeeze your half of a lemon or add your tablespoon of lemon juice into the bowl. This lemon's already been frozen a little bit because I had to put the juice to make the mixture that we're going to use for our invisible ink. After, you stir it up. And if this is all you're using, you could just leave it in this bowl and use this bowl, or you could pour it into a smaller bowl or Dixie cups like I have. So now we're going to get to working on our secret messages. So I have my pieces of paper, my white pieces of paper. I have my Q-tips right here. And I'm going to take my Q-tip and I'm going to dip it into the lemon juice. And then I'm going to write my secret message. I'm going to do the same thing with the white vinegar, or they call it distilled vinegar. That's just another word for it. You can use white vinegar or distilled vinegar. We have our onion juice in the third cup. And last but not least, we have our milk in the last cup. So I'm just going to dip that right in there, and I'm going to write my secret message. And there we go. So now we have to wait for all of our secret messages to dry. And once they're completely dry, we can use our heat source to see if we can reveal our secret message. Luckily for you all, I have some that are already done. Lemon juice, vinegar, onion juice, and milk. So now I'm going to take my light source, and I'm using a candle. You can use a hot light bulb, like a lamp that you can maybe expose your paper to. If you have a torch, of course, with your parents' help, you can use kind of like a torch or a lighter to make your messages appear. But I'm going to use this candle, and we're going to start off with the lemon juice, and we're going to see what happens. So I'm just putting the paper close to the fire, and I'm waiting for it to oxidate. and it might take a little while. Before it starts to turn brown. If we had a torch, I've seen it work with a torch a lot faster, but this is just a little bit safer. And since we have a lot of time on our hands right now, we can just be patient. Okay, so I'm gonna work on this. You work on yours, and I'll be right back. Hey guys, I'm back. So I've been oxidating or waiting for my secret message to show up, and you can see that it's slowly starting to show up. So we're just gonna finish it off right here. I'm gonna put it back on top of my heat source so we can finish getting the rest of the message, because there's just a little piece left. And you wanna be careful, so you wanna make sure you're doing this with your parent. And as you can see, our secret message is the letter L. L for lemon. So now we are going to do the same thing with vinegar, onion, and milk. Let's just do milk since I have it in my hand. So I'm going to do the same thing. I'm going to take my paper. I'm going to put it over the heat source, and I'm just going to go back and forth, waiting for my message to appear. Waiting for that fancy word, oxidation, to happen. I can see my paper's getting hot. It's starting to get brown a little bit on one side. Let's see. So you go ahead and make sure that you're doing yours too. Whatever heat source you're using, just put it close to it. Go back and forth over your hidden message, and soon enough, it will appear. So as you work on yours, I'm gonna work on mine. I'm gonna take a short little break so that you don't have to watch me doing this, and you can do yours, and then we'll see how the rest of them came out. Hey guys, I'm back. So I'm working on my last invisible message. I'm oxidating the message, or the message is oxidating. And this is the last one. I'm doing vinegar last, and this one seems to turn brown really fast, which is very interesting because the other ones kind of took a lot longer. And if you did it with me, or if you do it after watching this video, you'll learn to see which ones kind of turn brown faster than the other ones. So I'm gonna put my heating source, my candle, off to the side, and now we're gonna take a look at everything and see which liquid worked best in creating a secret message with invisible ink. So this is the first one, L for lemon. This one came out pretty dark. You can see it pretty well. It didn't burn out too much on the sides, and it's pretty dark. So this message came out pretty clear, so it seems like lemon juice works very well to create invisible ink. The next one we're gonna take a look at is our vinegar. So this is the vinegar. It oxidated pretty well, right? It turned brown. It turned pretty brown, but not very dark like the lemon if you put them side to side. And it was interesting because the V turned brown faster, but it didn't get very dark. So the vinegar, it will work for invisible ink, but it might not be the best liquid to use. Here's the onion juice. This one took a very long time just to get this little bit of brown. It didn't even fill in everywhere, and it kind of burned in the middle of the page too. So the onion juice didn't seem to work very well to create invisible ink. And if you look at this one, the onion juice next to the lemon juice, you see how much different they are compared to one another. And the last one that I did was milk. And you can see that it's the letter M, and it's very dark. We did get some dark spots around a little bit, but it's very dark and oxidated pretty well, and you can see the secret message very well. So I guess it's fair to say that maybe lemon juice and milk are the liquids that work best in creating invisible ink, and that orange juice and vinegar might not be the best liquids to use because they didn't turn very brown, they didn't oxidate very much to create our invisible message to come to life in a way that's clear enough for everybody to see it. So if you want to try doing this again, you can do it again with different types of liquid. I heard that orange juice works. I also heard that wine works. So you can try those two things, and you can also try honey. I'm not sure how that's going to work. I've never tried honey, but take a chance, try it out.